on the cake with foreign hoes that I date like every day. Ay, yeah, I rock the rap. Yeah, I bought the Wraith. Yeah, I'm out of state. Yeah, I like the race. Yeah, I'm.
Part 2 of NXT Takeover Brooklyn, and this is Hideo Itami's open challenge. Who is going to answer it? We're about to find out right now. And it's the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi, here to challenge the chaos that Hideo Itami and Katsuyori Shibata bring to NXT. Here we go, Hideo Itami challenging anybody on the NXT roster who wanted to fight him here at NXT TakeOver. And now Kota Ibushi going quick with the strikes here in this matchup. Both men masters of their art, being strikes and kicks here in wrestling that they have exhibited over in New Japan Pro Wrestling, as well as a lot of work in Noah and different companies over in Japan from Kota Ibushi. And Hideo Itami now going with the back suplex, laying out Hideo Itami. These men, I believe, not a first time meeting between these two, but Katsuyori Shibata on the outside, somewhat mentoring Hideo Itami here in NXT as he teams with Akira Tozawa. A monkey flip takedown from Kota Ibushi is able to level Hideo Itami for the time being, now lifting him back up to a seated position and getting him back up for a kick to the side of his head, but Hideo able to block it. Both these men able to scout each other's maneuvers, but a butterfly suplex sends Kota Ibushi flying across the ring here as Hideo asking him to get back up to his feet in the corner. And a high kick, and now a low kick. I'm going to go for that soccer kick to the chest. We've seen those strikes from Shibata before here in NXT. And now Hideo Itami utilizing those same moves. Now Hurricane Rana from Kota Ibushi. Jumping up and then going for the Frankensteiner. Now going up the breast rope and a body splash from quite far onto Hideo Itami. Looking to go for the cover here and pick up a win over Hideo Itami quick in this match, but a 2 count is enough to keep Hideo Itami down. Now Kota Ibushi going for the springboard moonsault off the second rope. Now lifting Hideo Itami back up to his feet, but it is reversed into a inverted DDT from Hideo Itami. Now Hideo Itami going from the second rope with an axe handle, coming down on Kota Ibushi, now lifting him back up to his feet. And the kicks to the face of Kota Ibushi. Now snap marrying him into a corkscrew roundhouse kick that takes down Kota Ibushi, as Kota Ibushi now rolling to the outside, looking to catch a breather, as Hideo Itami looks to be leading this match for the time being. Now going to the outside to follow Kota Ibushi out onto that apron, and a back suplex driving the spine onto the apron. That is the hardest part of the ring that Hideo Itami just dropped Kota Ibushi onto. Now asking him to get back up to his feet here. On the outside is Hideo Itami, and the running kitchen sink is what takes down Kota Ibushi here on the outside, lifting him up to a fireman's carry and looking to bring him over to the apron, and he drops him flat on the apron. Kota Ibushi potentially regretting answering this open challenge for the time being, because Hideo Itami has been able to maintain the advantage here in this matchup. Hideo Itami now with a stomp to the back of the neck is what turns over Kota Ibushi, but Kota Ibushi with a European uppercut, able to get back up to his feet, following with a huge Pele kick. And now Kota Ibushi, shooting star from the standing position onto Hideo Itami, as Hideo Itami working to get his way back up to his feet, as he's looking for a signature here. And the kick to the side of the face when Kota Ibushi was on the ground takes him down, as he looks to send him into the corner now. Kota Ibushi reversing what Hideo Itami had in mind with the huge kicks to the chest, the repeated 5-time kicks to the chest, and then a stomp in the corner to follow it up. Now guillotined over the bottom rope is met with a leg drop from Kota Ibushi. Shibata not getting involved on the outside, as Kota Ibushi landed there. Now going for a powerbomb, but Hideo Itami able to reverse into a rolling Yoshi tonic, going for the cover here. And only a count of 2, but Kota Ibushi able to reverse the pressure and a kick out of 1 from Hideo Itami. That pinfall opportunity has been broken up. Now Kota Ibushi sending Hideo Itami to the outside, where Shibata will pick him up and look to get Hideo back into the action here, as Kota Ibushi lifts him up and drives him onto the barricade, guillotining him over that barricade. Spike DDT on the outside from Hideo Itami is what gets him back into it. Now Hideo Itami looking to bring the action back to the inside, as he has Kota Ibushi down for the time being. Challenger not looking too well in this match, as Hideo Itami looking for that single leg knee, but he's met with the elbow strikes to the top of his head. Looking for that single leg high knee, excuse me, as Hideo Itami now is being covered by Kota Ibushi, but only a count of 1 will keep Hideo Itami down. And now more elbow strikes to the top of Hideo Itami's head. Kota Ibushi now looking to go to the top rope, going high risk in this matchup. What does he have in mind? The diving double stomps onto Hideo Itami, and now a claw onto the shoulder, following up those diving double stomps, immediately looking to lift him back up. And the breathing's got to be tough when you're stuck in that claw right after getting your ribs stomped out from the top rope, and a kick to the side of the face. And Hideo Itami now firing back up with a combination here. And he's going to kick him in the chest. Yet another one. And a spinning back kick is able to take Kota Ibushi down. Kota Ibushi, no stranger to a combination of sorts that is quite similar to that, and now sending Kota Ibushi into the corner here. Looking to lift Kota Ibushi up to the top rope here is Hideo Itami. Fired up by the crowd here in Brooklyn is Hideo Itami. But Kota Ibushi able to reverse that into a front dropkick, but it's sidestepped by Hideo Itami yet again. And now Hideo Itami being reversed into a fireman's carry, sending over by Kota Ibushi. Now Ibushi has his signature reversed by Hideo Itami. Now Hideo Itami sending Kota Ibushi into the corner, and the jumping knees are what takes down Kota Ibushi. As we see, Hideo Itami doesn't quite go to the top rope very often, but now going for the diving double stomp of his own that we saw Kota Ibushi go for earlier on in this matchup. Now sending Ibushi into the corner here. The kick Another kick to the side of the chest, taking down Kota Ibushi, but Kota able to catch the foot, coming in, dropping Hideo Itami now and turning him over, looking for the cover here. On a count of 1, Hideo Itami still in this match. He called out the challenger. He doesn't want to be covered here in this match. It's Kota Ibushi driving the elbows into the head of Hideo Itami yet again, now sending Hideo Itami into the corner. Shibata flinching on the outside as he knows that Ibushi's going for the lawn dart in the corner, driving the face of Hideo Itami into that second turnbuckle, and now going for the pin here. No, he's got him up in a powerbomb position, and could he be looking for the Steamalizer neck breaker, and he goes for it, bridging over into a cover here on Hideo Itami and a long 2 count. But Hideo Itami able to kick out of the Steamalizer powerbomb neckbreaker. Now Kota Ibushi going for the Golden Star powerbomb, but Hideo Itami able to roll out of that at the last minute. And now Hideo Itami with a strike to the face and a high kick, and a Hurricane Rana is what takes down Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi being reversed after looking for that Golden Star powerbomb, and that might be what cost him in this match here, as Hideo Itami scouting something from the corner. Now the single leg drop kick that we see him utilize often as a finisher on some of his opponents, now lifting him up in a fireman's carry and just turning him around in the ring with a GTS. Now going for the cover here, Hideo Itami, the creator of the GTS, it gets kicked out at a count of 1 from Kota Ibushi. Ibushi still getting up in this match as he meets a back elbow and a Hurricane Rana of his own onto Hideo Itami. Now a shooting star press from standing position yet again, and the stomps continuing to wear down Hideo Itami even following a GTS. Kota Ibushi seems to have lit a fire within him here in this match. And the kicks from Hideo Itami and our roaring forearm is what takes down Kota Ibushi. Now Hideo calling Ibushi back up to his feet here, and Ibushi is turned around, and Hideo gonna look for that Regal Plex as he sends him flying over. And Kota Ibushi now gonna be the victim of a finisher here, it seems, as Hideo Itami gets him back up to his feet, sending him into the corner, electing not to go for yet another GTS quite yet, as he goes for a deadlift gut wrench German suplex over in the corner. Whatever Kota Ibushi was looking for was reversed by Hideo Itami yet again. And now a high kick gets Kota Ibushi sent up on the ropes, as Hideo Itami now sending Kota Ibushi to the outside. Firing up in the ring here is Hideo Itami as he's looking to run off the ropes and potentially go for a tope suicida on the outside onto Kota Ibushi. The suicide dive between the middle and the top rope is what takes down Kota Ibushi. If Hideo Itami could get Kota Ibushi back into the ring here, it might be a count of 3. I believe Kota Ibushi is down for the count if he could capitalize with potentially a GTS here, as now Hideo Itami doing such, getting back inside the ring here. Now sending Kota Ibushi into the corner. Could go for the finish as he taunts the crowd. This might cost him if Kota Ibushi could get back around, but he meets him with the kicks in the corner here. 3 kicks is what takes down Ibushi, as Hideo Itami pointing up to the sky, going for 2 rotations as he goes for the hesitation dropkick in the corner now. Kota Ibushi down far enough away from the ropes for a cover, but Hideo Itami not electing to go for the cover instead. Now lifting him up in the fireman's carry and twisting him around for an inverted GTS. The variation on the GTS with the swinging aspect is what picks up the victory for Hideo Itami here at NXT Takeover Brooklyn. Hideo Itami calling out anyone on the NXT roster and coming up successful against top competition, especially in the Cruiserweight division. If either of these men are looking to challenge for that championship, they will have to talk to Joey Janela, who we saw in the opener Scramble match pick up a victory. I believe we will be seeing Hideo versus Janela somewhere down the line in the #1 contenders match. An incredible Cruiserweight challenge here tonight as Hideo Itami picking up a victory for his respective faction in Chaos. Coming up next, we will see the NXT Women's Championship be decided between Candice LeRae, the #1 contender who has had the championship before, taking on the champion Beth Phoenix. We will see what happens with them coming up next. My God, Candice LeRae going for that tope suicida to the outside, looking to catch the champion on her way down the ramp, but she is met with nothing but the mat on the outside. She missed that suicide dive and now being dropped on the shoulder of Beth Phoenix as Beth Phoenix looking to take the advantage following that missed dive. Candice LeRae being wiped out on the floor. This is the third meeting between these women, and Candice LeRae has been unsuccessful in all of her opportunities against Beth Phoenix. Candice LeRae, of course, the former champion, defeating Awesome Kong here in NXT in a fatal four-way back at WrestleMania weekend to win the NXT championship. But she has not been able to get an advantage in any of these matches against Beth Phoenix as of late. They've met in NXT TakeOver Chicago, and they have met on NXT TV before, but they just can't settle their differences in between this ring, so they will have a third meeting and potentially a final meeting between the two if Candice LeRae can't come up successful here tonight, as an elbow drop from Brett's rope is what takes down Candice LeRae. Of course, Beth Phoenix, a close friend of Natalya, and now guillotining Candice LeRae over the top rope and sending her flying backwards, and now putting her in an arm bar, stretching out the arm of Candice LeRae as her boot was against the face of Candice, now lifting her back up to a seated position and lifting her by the hair and dropping her onto the canvas. Candice being dropped onto the canvas now, getting back to a vertical base Beth Phoenix rolling to the outside. And now Candice LeRae looking for another suicide dive, connecting with this one. Thank God, because that first suicide dive was brutal to watch, as Beth Phoenix was able to get inside the ring before, and now hitting the Bloody Sunday on the outside. The Brain Buster with the arm hook on Beth Phoenix. Now Candice LeRae fired up inside the ring, has a hold of the championship, believing that she can win here tonight, as Beth Phoenix rolls behind and drops her onto the knee. Driving Candice LeRae across the knee after she slid behind, now sending Candice LeRae crashing to the outside as she was trying to hold on the apron. Now Beth Phoenix lifting her up, looking to spin her into the barricade again, and now tossing her closer to the ring. The brutality of Beth Phoenix's offense here on Candice LeRae. There is a huge size difference, and you got to give the power advantage, of course, to Beth Phoenix as she comes crashing down with an elbow drop on the outside. These two are going to have to avoid being counted out here, as Beth Phoenix lifts Candice back up in a fireman's carry position, crashing into the ring post. And now Beth Phoenix sending Candice LeRae to the inside. Candice LeRae now being trapped in a single leg camel clutch. Gonna have to reach for the ropes or fight out of this somehow. But Beth Phoenix has the clear advantage right now in this matchup after getting all the offense on the outside, missing a super kick. And now Beth Phoenix lifting her up in a sidewalk slam, crashing her into the mat. Now Beth Phoenix getting back to her foot, driving a stomp into Candice LeRae as she nips up into a headlock, head scissors, takedown Hurricane Rana. Now lifting Beth Phoenix up to a seated dropkick to the back, and now looking for the kick to the chest, but it's caught by Beth Phoenix, meeting her with the Dragon Screw, attacking the leg of Candice LeRae now. Beth Phoenix being met with a back elbow here, and gets an arm drag for her efforts, followed by a one from Candice LeRae. And now a super kick onto Beth Phoenix from Candice LeRae is what takes down Beth Phoenix now. Candice LeRae pulling her back into the middle of the ring, looking to drive the knees onto the canvas. Now rolling over into the pin. Candice LeRae going for the cover here on Beth Phoenix, but it's only a count of one. Now an arm drag from Beth Phoenix as Beth Phoenix looking to lift up Candice LeRae, being reverse dropped right on the bottom rope, guillotined across that rope as Candice LeRae now grabbing a hold of Beth Phoenix and now positioning her along the ropes as Candice LeRae sending her off the ropes, baseball slide underneath into a Hurricane Rana. Candice LeRae now scouting something, calling Beth Phoenix back up to her foot as she goes, drops her down with a drop toe hold and goes into the Gargano escape. She's got a Gargano escape on Beth Phoenix, but Beth Phoenix going to be quickly fighting out of this as she immediately is able to get the knees up and then a crashing forearm to the face of Candice LeRae, but a super kick from Candice LeRae takes down Beth Phoenix. Candice LeRae able to maintain momentum, even following that Gargano escape, going for the twisting moonsault from the top rope, but Beth Phoenix able to get out of the way as Candice LeRae now going for a pop-up Hurricane Rana and is successful, now going for the springboard moonsault to follow it up. Now going for a cover here on Beth Phoenix and a kick out at the count of one. I don't believe Candice LeRae has been able to get past the count of one here in this matchup. But for that fact, I don't believe that Beth Phoenix has gotten past the count of one on Candice LeRae. And now Candice LeRae looking for that wrist lock, going up to the top rope, tornado DDT coming off of the top rope. Springboard off the two ropes, tornado DDT, and then the back elbow is what's taken down Beth Phoenix as she's positioned along the ropes. Now Candice LeRae sending Beth Phoenix to the outside, potentially looking for yet another tope suicida, and she goes for it into the tornado DDT on the outside now. Candice LeRae, a house of fire inside the ring, wanting to reclaim her NXT Women's Championship that she just dropped Beth Phoenix on top of with a tornado DDT. I didn't even see the belt on the outside of the ring there until the replay. showcased that the championship was in position where Beth Phoenix was being dropped. You gotta think that was intentional by Candice LeRae. As now Candice LeRae fired up inside the ring, as she has the clear-cut advantage over Beth Phoenix. Following that, she does a vaulting crossbody to the outside and sending Beth Phoenix back to the inside. Keeping an eye on that championship that she wants to win here tonight. A springboard frog splash from Candice LeRae, and now scouting something from the corner here on Beth Phoenix. As Beth Phoenix getting back to a vertical base and a full Nelson reverse STO is what sits out Beth Phoenix. Now rolling into a cover is Candice LeRae. Going for the cover here, and a count of 2 keeps Beth Phoenix down. Candice LeRae can feel herself getting closer to that championship that she desires. Now calling Beth Phoenix back to her feet as she goes for a Russian leg sweep from behind, taking down Beth Phoenix. Now reverse whatever Candice LeRae was looking for there. Candice LeRae able to get the reversal off. Following that, now looking for yet another Bloody Sunday brainbuster DDT on Beth Phoenix. Now the wake up taunt from Candice LeRae as she's looking to springboard off the ropes with a springboard spin kick. And now going up to the top rope is Candice LeRae. We saw her go for that twisting moonsault earlier. Is that what she's going to do again? As Candice LeRae going from the top rope for a shooting star press onto Beth Phoenix. Now rolling into the cover here. 1, 2. Beth Phoenix able to get out at a count of 2 after the shooting star press from Candice LeRae. I've never seen anything like that. Candice LeRae now taunting Beth Phoenix from the corner, and an inverted Frankensteiner, the Rewind Rana, able to take down Beth Phoenix. She's just got to drag her farther away from the ropes to avoid a rope break. If Candice LeRae wants to get the cover here, I believe she has Beth Phoenix put away following that Rewind Rana. Now going for the cover here. 2. And a near fall. Another near 2 count. But Beth Phoenix able to get out at a count of 2. Candice LeRae can't believe what she's seeing. She just wants her NXT championship back. But Beth Phoenix not looking to give it up quite yet, as the ref telling her no, that was a count of 2. Now Beth Phoenix fighting back from Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae reversing that suplex opportunity, sending her crashing into the ropes. And now Candice LeRae with a wake-up taunt, sending her down with a drop toe hold yet again. And now going into the arm trap, crossface, looking to tap out. Beth Phoenix here. Will the Gargano escape be enough for Beth Phoenix to tap out? As no, the NXT champion looking to get the knees and then the smash to the face, able to get Beth Phoenix out of the Gargano escape. And now Candice LeRae slipping behind Beth Phoenix, now a back elbow, sending her into the corner. Now Beth Phoenix turning Candice LeRae around, looking for that glam slam onto Candice LeRae, but she's close to the ropes, and it's a rope break. Her hand was underneath the bottom rope as Beth Phoenix, shocked, not knowing what she's going to have to do to keep Candice LeRae down. Now going from the top rope with a diving elbow drop onto Candice LeRae, crushing the sternum, and now getting Candice LeRae up in a torture rack position as she is wrenching back on it, and she gets the tap out. Submission from Candice LeRae.
Homie, say that money, big accounts that spend that bread. Cash out on your necklaces, 14 karat bracelet. Double dabble with the lean, high tech with the cream. Soda as I whip the YOLO, Lambo red, Coca-Cola. My bros, Costa Nostra, riding on a speedboat. You sucking, licking deep throat. Ray Mysterio, when I'm jumping off the top rope. Banana clip with the scope, wearing all white like under motherfucking boat. I'm on the Lamborghini high, fly through the sky, hell. Yeah, me vision got us rich, catch a nigga flying by the Lambo. Tipping the Henny got me gone, now I'm getting in my zone, hell. RP to my nigga, the gallon going to my dome, hell. This how I feel to be rich, fucking bitches in the mix, yeah. Where the Dickitas is at, yeah, McGinney with the shits, yeah. Little Newport lit, young love with the shit.
And it appears that Seth Rollins has brought his friends, his brothers in the Shield, with him here to NXT Takeover Brooklyn. We saw Seth Rollins come out on Monday Night Raw and challenge Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, of course, being the Triple Crown champion over on Monday Night Raw. But he is banned from that show up until SummerSlam, where he defends his Triple Crown championship against Kenny Omega. That will be next week. And then he'll be reinstated back to Raw, win or loss. But here, Seth Rollins having unfinished business with Pete Dunne. We're going to see who Pete Dunne found as his partners. You know, he'd like to have Moustache Mountain, but they were in tag team action earlier tonight, losing a ladder match to the Young Bucks for the NXT Tag Team Championship. So we will see who he gets to accompany him tonight. An interesting choice of partners from Pete Dunne. As we will get into this trios match, I will explain the history between Timothy Thatcher and Pete Dunne and Seth Rollins, all former Triple Crown champions in this match. That would be three of the contenders here. Timothy Thatcher defending the Triple Crown championship at WrestleMania against Walter, his tag team partner here tonight in Ring Conf. You saw them come out. Now Fujiwara armbar onto Seth Rollins, but a rope break from gets him out of that hold for the time being. Now Pete Dunne going for a knee drop off of the middle rope. And ring comp and Pete Dunne looking to have the advantage for the time being. You would think that Pete Dunne was looking for his British strong style partners in Trent Seven and Tyler Bate with a go to Europe on Roman Reigns as Pete Dunne. You would think that he would want Tyler Bate and Trent Seven to be his tag team partners here tonight, but they had that tag team ladder match earlier on against the Young Bucks for the tag team championships, so they were unable to help out their friend here tonight. Pete Dunne having to go for a dragon suplex into the straightjacket German suplex on Dean Ambrose, as now Timothy Thatcher with the running knee in the corner to Seth Rollins. And the British strong style and clear advantage in this match of a lung blower takes down Roman Reigns. Now Seth Rollins was the Triple Crown champion until earlier this month at Battleground. He lost the championship, and a tombstone pile driver from Pete Dunne going for the cover here on Seth Rollins, as ring comp and Pete Dunne have the advantage inside the ring. Now going for the cover and a kick out at 1. Seth Rollins gets out of that. Dean Ambrose now sliding back into the ring and gets met with yet another straightjacket German suplex from Pete Dunne. As I said earlier, Pete Dunne winning the Triple Crown Championship over on Raw from Seth Rollins and Timothy Thatcher, as Timothy Thatcher defended the Triple Crown Championship against his tag team partner tonight, Walter, at WrestleMania, then lost it at Backlash to Pete Dunne before Pete Dunne would lose it to Seth Rollins before winning it back, as we saw about a month ago at Battleground. Now Pete Dunne going for a Tyler driver on the inside with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins saying that he was not done with Pete Dunne the other week on Monday Night Raw, and that's what led to this match. Both men finding teams to accompany them as a headbutt takes down Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins now rolling to the outside. And the trio of ring comp and Pete Dunne alone inside the ring now, looking to go to work on Dean Ambrose. And now a cover here from Timothy Thatcher on Roman Reigns, gets a kick out of 1. And Dean Ambrose getting back up to his feet here as he throws Walter straight over with a fireman's carry, but the elbows into Roman Reigns' sternum and heart from Timothy Thatcher are going to keep him down. Timothy Thatcher losing the Triple Crown Championship to Pete Dunne back at Backlash the month after he beat Walter at WrestleMania. But of course, ring comp, part of the Raw Tag Division. An X-Plex from Pete Dunne levels Seth Rollins, and now a body slam onto Roman Reigns. And the Shield taking a lot of damage here. The clear advantage going to ring comp and Pete Dunne in this match. And now a sleeper hold from Walter, as now dirty deeds from Pete Dunne. A guillotine from Timothy Thatcher, and Walter has Seth Rollins in that sleeper hold. Will it be enough to put him away? He's got him trapped in there, but Seth Rollins able to drop him down in a whippersnapper gun stun. As Walter, now Pete Dunne lifting up Seth Rollins in the military press and hitting him with a go to Europe, as a Michinoku driver is hit by Dean Ambrose. Timothy Thatcher now looking to drop Dean Ambrose back into the mat. And now Pete Dunne over in the corner with Seth Rollins, as Seth Rollins going for that face buster and a butterfly suplex respectively from Timothy Thatcher. Roman Reigns able to take down Walter. All the men on each team able to square off and taking on one another one-on-one right now. We're not seeing much teaming up in this match, but all these members have respective grudges with each other because they're on different shows, the Shield and the SmackDown Tag Division. And now a suplex sit-out powerbomb from Pete Dunne. A Fujiwara armbar from Timothy Thatcher, but Dean Ambrose able to reach the ropes. Now Roman Reigns reversing what Timothy Thatcher had in mind with that suplex there, but a bitter end looks to be lined up from Pete Dunne here, and he connects with it on Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns gonna have to halt whatever he's going for here to break up the cover with Pete Dunne. And this is just gonna be more damage from Walter and Pete Dunne right now onto the Shield. The back suplex sit out from Pete Dunne. And Roman Reigns able to take down Walter with a lariat, gets met with a forearm smash from Pete Dunne. Walter not rolling out of the ring, and a feint jab from Pete Dunne. Able to level Roman Reigns and now step up insecurity. Timothy Thatcher getting back inside the ring. The makeshift team of British Strong Style here tonight, as Pete Dunne had to employ the services of another tag team. Forearm smash, able to level. Roman Reigns has a swinging neckbreaker and a bridging German suplex, all that Dean Ambrose is greeted with. And now Walter stomping on the arm of Roman Reigns. Pete Dunne now with a kick to the gut is countered by Dean Ambrose and then lands an elbow smash onto the knee. Now Dean Ambrose lifting Pete Dunne up as Roman Reigns scouting. Walter from the corner here, guillotined over the top rope. Roman Reigns hits a spear on Walter, but Timothy Thatcher that is there to toss Roman Reigns down. Seth Rollins looking to slide over into the cover, but Timothy Thatcher breaking up what Seth Rollins had in mind. Now over in the corner, we have seen Seth Rollins deadlift, gut wrench, suplex, and a hook and ladder from Dean Ambrose. We have seen Timothy Thatcher and Seth Rollins go to action on Monday Night Raw before. A kick out of one from Pete Dunne, as he is now staying down, and the headbutts in the corner from Timothy Thatcher here. Roman Reigns wearing down the shoulder of Walter. Now Pete Dunne looking to kick Dean Ambrose in the gut and go for yet another X-Plex onto Dean Ambrose. Now Dean Ambrose being covered by Pete Dunne, getting a long count, but it's not going to be enough to put him down. Timothy Thatcher now going for the Fujiwara armbar on Seth Rollins, but he gets a rope break. Now Dean Ambrose going to be the victim of Timothy Thatcher as a Russian leg sweep takes down Dean Ambrose now. Walter going into the cover here, looking to capitalize on a prone Seth Rollins here. 1, 2, and 3. The team of Ring Comp and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne pointing over to Ring Comp, proud of their work here tonight. The makeshift team of British Strong Style featuring Ring Comp was enough to put away the Shield here in trios action at NXT Takeover Brooklyn. That was it for part 2. Thank you for joining me. Part 3 will be up on Sunday as we see the NXT Championship, the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, and the NXT United Kingdom Championship all be decided in singles action respectively. And you gotta think that Pete Dunne and Ring Comp have a lot to celebrate about. And Pete Dunne gonna have the match of his life next week at SummerSlam. Thank you for joining me for part 2, and be back here for part 3 tomorrow.